ready, Jane?
I'm ready.
Okay. 응답하라 여친.
Go to the N to the 시.
박 to the 경 to the 주. New year, new us.
Happy New Year.
새해 복 많이 받아,
언니도
my
새해 복 많이
동생. Can you believe it?
I can't. What I mean, 2023 was so fast, and it's already 2024, and we've already been doing this for. I mean, you and I before, because we had a lead up before we released, but I realized we started meeting in June. So it's already been more than half a year.
Wow. We did it. We stuck out. Mm-hmm. We stuck with it.
Yes.
We're still here.
Yes.
Grinding away.
And your birthday passed. So I so envy people who have birthdays close to the new year. Like
really?
Today was my
envy?
best friend's
Why?
birthday. Because it's like some people, New Year's is a time to be kind of, turning a new leaf and thinking about, okay, how am I going to enter this year? And then people kind of do the same thing on their birthday. But
That's
then
true.
I feel like when it's just nice and
consolidated.
clean, yeah, when it's consolidated. I mean, my birthday's in February, so it's not too far ahead.
But you feel like I just did this.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
so for
interesting.
Me, it's kind of like a 1 month reset, but then I mean,
you have to like reevaluate again.
You
but
get to kind of enter.
Interesting.
At your birthday, I feel like you're thinking about how to mamuri things, wrap things up. And boom.
That's
new
true.
Year, and you're ready.
I guess now I've taken that for granted. That's true. I do feel like, okay.
Yeah.
Although
it was just a thought I had today because I was talking to my friend. I said happy birthday to her, and she was telling me about how 2024 is going to be her year. She says this every year, by the way.
Right.
I love her.
As most people do. Every year, this is my year.
Yeah. I distinctly remember 2020, she said this.
Yeah. Because who's out here going, this is not going to be your year?
Right? But I was just, I was like putting on my makeup and I'm thinking, oh, she's really lucky that her birthday's right at the new year. Same with you, December 28th, right at the new year.
Yeah.
And you can really kind of, use that to your advantage.
Although I feel like I turned 42, I've been anticipating the 42. For so much in my mind. I like turned 42 before I turned 42. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because I've been saying that I feel 39. I will be 39, but I feel like I'm 39, 40.
Wow, you haven't
felt
even
that for a couple of years. I think it's because Ben too. He'll turn 42 this year.
Oh,
so I feel like I'm
when's
going
his
with
birthday?
him. September.
What are your signs?
I'm an Aquarius.
And what is he?
He's I don't know, what's September? He's September 1.
I'm not sure if he might be I think it's something after a Leo. Because Adonis is a Leo. He's July.
Okay.
So the reason I even brought that up was because I was watching this TikTok and of course I only remember the one that was relevant to me. This lady was like, I'm going to tell you about 2 signs that can't, like, these pair of signs, they cannot live without each other.
Oh, cannot live without each other.
Yeah, even if it got toxic, they still would have to like be together.
Are they your signs?
Yeah,
Yours and Adonis?
Capricorn and Leo.
Oh
they
my
gosh.
Even
even if they hate each other, they still have to be together. Yeah. Like that's a Capricorn and Leo. So I was like, oh my God, that's so true.
Yeah, it's funny because I'm February, my mom's February, Ruby and Bennett, both of our kids are February.
Whoa, the February gene
Bennett's
is strong.
Later, so he's Pisces, and Ruby and I are Aquarius.
Oh.
I think it tracks because Ruby and I are much more similar.
Interesting.
Like
strong-minded.
Yeah.
I see that fighting spirit in her. Like, she has a presence. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, she's been a struggle for us this year. So I have a lot of, I think, like, resolutions for how to enter 2024 in parenting her. Because there were, especially, like, the last couple of months has been very age-opening.
Oh, I want to hear it. Resolutions for parenting.
Resolutions for parenting. So, I mean, we're living in the age of one deep breath.
Let it out, Jane.
Were your kids older? Were they part of the Daniel Tiger generation?
No.
Okay. My Bennett and Ruby were.
Oh, what was mine? There was this like fox on Amazon that Gavin really liked, but I don't even think it was popular.
Okay.
It was really cute. It was like claymation kind of thing. I forgot what it was even called. And then gosh, what did they? Yeah, we missed the Daniel the Tiger. Thank God they never got into Caillou. Like that kid annoys me.
Ruby went through a huge Caillou phase.
My
mom would buy her.
I was like, what is this ugly cartoon?
Sets?
Huh?
My mom would buy her boxed book sets
of Caillou. Wow.
And
that kid is so fucking annoying.
Over and over to Ruby. And
okay.
Yes, he is. And they were kind of going. Caillou's like a 4-year-old boy.
Now I feel like such an asshole. I'm like,
he's
he's so fucking annoying.
He's whiny.
He's so whiny.
The animation, the cartoon didn't help at all because he's very whiny in there.
I think that's why I didn't show it to them because I was like, I hate this kid.
I don't know why Ruby was so attracted, but she was just like everything had to be Caillou.
I mean, the whole point is right, like kids can relate, and so. They're feeling their feelings.
Yes. They're very relatable scenarios.
Yeah, right.
But okay, one of my resolutions for Ruby is, for me, is regulating my emotions because her reactions are so dependent on our first reaction. So, which is a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
Because in some ways I feel that I can't react. But it helps, and I mentioned Daniel's Tiger because there's a jingle and it goes like, when you're feeling mad and you want to roar, take a deep breath and count to 4.
Like you did as you're about to talk like oh.
So that's what I have to do is
okay.
Like she's reacting, yelling, and I have to just be stable.
You know what? Sawyer's like that. So I didn't even intend for things to change the way it did. I was gonna tell. That's so funny you mentioned this because I was gonna tell you, like unintentionally, I feel like I am rocking gentle parenting. Yeah. Unintentionally, it was not. So there was a period. Sawyer started entering this like super dramatic, and I think this is probably what I'm guessing Ruby does. So, like, one of the things that we have a really difficult time with is morning. He's such an asshole when he wakes up.
Ruby, same.
Yeah, like,
same.
Oh, I feel so tired. Oh, like, I try to wake him up with a kiss. I'm like, Sawyer, and I snuggle up to him, like, give him a bubble. No, but he's like, get away from me, Mom! Like, he's such an asshole.
Yeah.
But I still do it anyway because I like it. Because I'm an asshole, too. But he used to get so mad, like fucking Hulk, right? And I used to get mad with him. I'm like, oh my God, what is this behavior? Unacceptable. And then all of a sudden, I think I just got, then he would yell more, and then I would yell more, and then we would just like blow the fuck up, right? And then I think I just started to dread it. Like, and I'm like, I don't have the energy. Yeah. So I just sat there, and when he gets upset now, I'm just like, okay. But it wasn't even me trying. I was exasperated. I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to be downstairs so you can come when you feel better. And he's like, still, and I just leave him.
Just accept it.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
So that's what I've been doing.
Yeah.
But I was going to actually ask you about this now. I think he feels guilty.
Oh.
Yeah. He's like, so he comes down the stairs, I'm sorry, Mom. I'm like, okay.
That's good.
Yeah.
It's good. It's
but then is it guilt?
Process. No. On his part?
Right. Am I like instilling a sense of guilt?
So. No, I think it's good that you're letting him do that.
Yeah.
And there's no consequence for him.
Yeah.
He can feel it and process it.
Yeah.
And then, okay, he's regulated and he can come
so that has been better.
Good. I noticed also with Ruby that works.
Yeah.
Ben,
don't react.
Don't react. And then she is so sensitive to tone.
So is Sawyer.
Look, any nonverbal.
Oh my God.
Verbal too, but nonverbal. So it's like, what can I do?
Oh my God, that's you. Sawyer and Ruby are like two peas in a pod because Sawyer will be like, I wanted this. And then I was like, it's right there. And he goes, why are you getting mad at me? And I literally did not.
Sarcasm.
Yeah.
No.
He will not have it. He's like, you got mad at me. I heard it in your voice. And I'm like, but I'm just loud. Okay, I might have gotten louder.
Yeah.
But it was so subtle. But he picked up on it and started raging.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was like, okay.
Sometimes it has the opposite effect too, because, you know, she really doesn't like it. Ruby doesn't like it when we have a stern voice.
Yeah.
And even now soft voice, she doesn't like it because she knows.
She thinks you're being condescending.
Yeah. So I'm like, you may not speak to me that way.
Is that good?
No. Because she's like, you can't speak to me that way with that voice.
Wow. So you're just like walking on eggshell.
So I just disengage. I'm like, okay, whatever you're feeling, do it. And it helps, but it takes so much
you are terrorized by your own child. Yeah.
So, you know, I had this thought because we just came back from 10 days in California.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yes, you did.
And there's a lot, you know, that a lot of things at play when you're talking about extended family and relationships.
Yeah. How was it?
Intergenerational. Overall, it was very smooth.
Scale of 1 to 10.
An 8.
Oh, that's high. That's as good as you're gonna get.
It was great. Sleep could be better. I don't know why we always willingly suffer.
That's what did you guys?
Situation and the room situation is not ideal because I'm
where are you sleeping?
At my parents' house.
Okay.
But in my childhood room, and you know we have like 2 beds that are smashed together. And so we use 2 rooms because all 4, you know, the kids are bigger now. Right. And but it's just it's not super ideal.
Right.
We all sleep.
Right. You're not comfortable.
In our own rooms. And the kids too, and I think it's funny because they realized that this trip, because the first night we flew back to Seattle, the kids were like, "Oh, so nice to be in my own bed." But I mentioned the family dynamics because on Christmas Day we went to go see my grandpa. He's 94 and he's in like an assisted living facility. We went to take a family picture. And so my mom was kind of arranging us and Ruby was right in the middle. And she's like, "Oh, Ruby, move, like let Oppa, you know, stand next to you here because you're covering Harabaji when, you know, in the picture."
Okay.
She didn't want to move. And so my mom quickly had to put Bennett there, switch positions because Bennett will listen and will, you know, he's a little bit easier to communicate with. And then crisis averted. But later my mom's like, "Oh, I'm sorry I did that but I didn't want Harabaji, my grandpa, I didn't want him to notice like her being that way. He could have said some things like he could have
set her off even more.
Yeah, he could have, like she said, he makes these like quick judgments about
right because he's old school.
Very old school. And which me being my generation, that went over my head. Like I didn't even notice that kind of thing, but my mom is aware. Right, because she's aware of, you know,
all the dynamics.
What is her elder going to think and blah, blah, blah. So she's orchestrating.
Wait, so she didn't want your grandpa to pass judgment on Ruby?
Yeah.
You hadn't even thought of that?
I hadn't even thought of that.
Wow.
I'm just like, "Oh, thank you," you know?
Yeah.
And it's not, for me, that's not something to like discipline right there, nor is it a sign of a lack of discipline.
Right.
If a kid is having trouble
right
there. You know what I mean?
Because we've gotten so like,
I mean, if our grandparents were witnessing us and our kids, they would probably think,
right, they're like, absolutely,
like,
absolutely. You have no handle on your children.
Yeah, and that's exactly what we're trying not to do is like force them into compliance.
Right.
And it's fake. It's
right.
fake. It's just, you know, they're just conditioned to behave a certain way.
To live in fear.
Yeah, live in fear. So I don't want them to do that. And I don't think maybe this wasn't entirely because of my parents, but for whatever reason, I never felt free to feel my emotions and big feelings in fullness.
Right.
So that's what I want to allow the kids to do. Do it now at home so that you know how to
so you're not all
process,
holding it in.
And then know that all of that is okay.
Yeah.
At home, all of it is okay. Like your worst
That's
behavior.
your safe place. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, and my mom knows that too, because she mentioned, I would tell my mom about Ruby, like, oh, it's been so difficult with her. And my mom would say, how is she at school? And like, she's perfect at school and no issues. And she's like, she's probably holding it all in.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. That's how I get shocked when people tell me like, oh, he's been so great at school. I'm like, what's with the attitude at home then? And it's because they're unloading at home, which is what you want.
They need to do that. They need a place to do that. Where are they going to do that? If not at home at this age. So my in. So I'm talking about New Year's resolutions in terms of ins and outs. In for this year is more taking a breath and just accepting the kids' big feelings and letting it be, no judging those emotions. I think same goes for me too. I think I've just been so conditioned to when I feel something, I judge it. Like, that's not good.
Yeah.
I shouldn't feel that way.
Yeah.
So then I try to
maintain it. Control it.
Maintain face, show up a certain way and just let it be. You can't control feelings. You can't control how other people
just be you. Book available for sale, EllenAquario.com, children's book that I wrote. No, I was going to tell you this too, because when you brought up the topic of like New Year's resolutions, I decided I just want to be. I don't want to, I feel like I've done enough. I'm like, listen, I put 10 years in comedy. I stuck with it. I wrote a children's book. I'm keep myself busy. I do shit.
Do a lot.
And I'm like, you know what?
You're so busy.
I mean, so do you. We both do so much shit. And I'm like, you know what? I'm here. That is fucking enough for me. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Yeah.
And I don't even want to make goals, but if I did make them, like, of course, who doesn't want to be skinny? Like, what woman doesn't? But you know what? It's not even about that. I just want to eat better. I want to do something active that I set intention to do. Yeah, like keep
both
it minimal.
Those are on my list too. That's why like a New Year. People ask, "What's your New Year's resolution?" And my personality is I never want to overpromise, underdeliver.
Yeah,
so I have never been one to set those.
Well, I also want to have very, very low expectations, like so low that if I just get up in the fucking morning. Nailed it.
Yeah.
That's enough.
Yeah.
Like that's the 2024 I'm going into. Like be fucking, because both of us, Jane, as we guilt ourselves, like have we not done enough? Are we lazy? We can never be.
I know.
It's the Korean in us.
It is. It
really is the Korean in us. So when the Korean caliber is set in you, you automatically are gonna have to be at this level. Like, even if we resist it.
Yeah. We can say a lot about that, but it's just ingrained in our culture to just do.
You have to be an active part of your community, because that's the culture. We are grown up in a community culture that there's a minimum amount already set in our internal.
Baseline we've been conditioned to accept. There are some things that you're not going to want to do, but you're just going to have to do.
Exactly. So,
and is it really? Do we really?
But we can never completely turn that off.
We can't completely turn that off.
So it's already there.
Yeah.
So
it's always going to be there.
Subconsciously, it's there. So therefore, if we decide to be like, fuck it, I'm not going to do anything, we're still going to do shit.
Yeah.
And then it's still good enough.
That's true. That's so true. I've also seen so many videos of people saying, oh, my in for 2024.
I have not seen a single video like this.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Our algorithm must be so fucking different.
I have to go to your page like maybe once a week, once every 2 weeks to kind of recalibrate. What is going on?
My thing. Because your usual stuff is like probably like how to live an orderly life in an organized way, or like parenting, like good
Yeah.
stuff, you know. And then you come to my page, like, oh my god, those hoes
Well,
on
I had to
Singles
come to
Inferno.
get the drama and the tea. That's what I
Yeah.
come to your page for. But yes, mine were like 2023 recap videos
Oh.
and you know all these cinematic stuff and like my ins and outs for 2024. But one
Mine
thing
are like people fighting.
yours are like you're like deep down in the rabbit hole, and I'm
Yeah,
having to
mine
go back
are
and back
like,
to
ooh,
find,
this person
context.
just, it's all drama. Mine's
Yeah.
all. What does that say about me? No, we're not gonna ask that right now.
So in for you, still drama, still tea.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very entertained. I need drama.
For
I mean, not
entertainment factor.
in my life,
Yeah.
but I love I told
Yeah.
you, the best drama of 2023 was the sweatshirt, the hoodie. That was riveting to me. That's the shit I live for. So yes, I love, not in my life. I
Yeah.
like hearing it from other people.
Uh-huh.
Drama is in for me. Like I
Okay.
need entertainment for sure. Tell
Okay.
me all about it.
Yeah.
What
yeah.
else? What else?
Well, I mean, I kept seeing these.
What is out?
What is out? Saying, well, along the same veins, like saying yes to things that are not a hell yes.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So the converse of that would be, okay, for this year, I'm going to say no if it's not.
If
A
you're not feeling
resounding
it.
hell
Yeah.
yes.
If you're not
Yeah.
100% in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Be okay. You know, that's true because the other thing was like, be open. Say yes. Like you're going to miss out. But I always said I don't fucking have FOMO.
No.
I don't ever fear missing
Right,
out.
right.
So I was actually good about saying no.
That
I'm
comes
a no
with
person.
age too, and I'm so
Yes.
thankful. I'm so thankful because I remember when I had FOMO, and I just wanted to be a part of everything, and I felt left out if I wasn't invited, or even if I knew I was going to say no, I was like, I still want to be invited. I still better know about it. But I don't
Really?
feel
Yeah,
that
I
anymore.
never had that. Well,
Yeah.
maybe I don't think so. I think I was left out so much. I grew accustomed to cuz I was a loner, loser. I mean, I wasn't allowed to have friends when I was little. So I think I grew up like having friends was new to me.
Uh-huh.
That didn't happen till college when I left home and could form friendships. I was like, "What? I get to go out and hang out with friends?" Like
Yeah,
I
people
feel
that I
like
choose.
yeah, so I think for me, because my upbringing was so used to not having that, I feel more comfortable in that. Even though I am an extrovert, I love my one-on-one just me time
Uh-huh.
where I'm just like I don't know how to. I have a difficult time with all the people that want things or want to do things. I feel pressure that way.
Yeah, yeah. And I think that's how I take that is, okay, when it comes to, you know, being asked by whomever to.
And you get asked a lot,
Mhm.
I feel like, because
and
you're
a
so
lot of-
likable.
I say yes to a lot of things.
See, people know not to
and-
ask me. I'm like, bitch, back that ass up. They feel that energy. They're like, Ellen. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
But you are a very see, you have that nurturing. Like people know that you're nice and they feel
And
comfortable
the thing is,
asking.
I want to. Like, I wish I had a greater bandwidth and bigger capacity. But the moment I say yes and I'm in execution mode, I'm realizing
it takes a lot out of you. It drains
it's a
you.
lot. And
yeah.
then I always ask myself why. So I want to
Yeah.
be in fewer of those situations.
That's
this year.
fair.
And
I will tell
practice-
you, it's a better life.
I know.
I live that life. I mean, I say no a
yeah.
lot.
Yeah.
I just don't fucking want to do it.
Yeah.
And at least, yeah, that's clear to me.
Uh-huh.
I think I feel no so strongly when I don't want to
Yeah.
do something that I'm like,
So maybe for you,
what?
practicing saying yes.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Considering.
Yeah.
Consider. So that's a step up. It's like, I will consider.
I mean, I have said yes,
Mhm.
but I think it's the regret. Like you.
Yeah.
I have said yes and I wish I hadn't.
Right,
So that has
right.
set me back.
Mm-hmm.
So I think even though we sound, I think we're in the same position.
Yeah. Yeah.
I say that I've said a lot of no's, but I've also said a lot of yeses. And so ultimately we're in the same. This is how we work, Jane.
I know.
We always end up, this is where we connect.
Right. Well, that's the great thing about the way that, our relationship.
Because from the outside, I think we look very, very different.
Mm-hmm.
But we always, like, our values, our time, or where we want to spend time, it's the same.
Yeah, and I think that that's also core to a lot of themes that I've been hearing, especially in today's climate. Just the ability to sit with somebody that you don't completely agree with, but you both have a mutual respect.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, I can hear you out on that and be with you in that.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be, I don't have to feel like personally attacked or devalued in any way because I don't fully agree. And I think I've had to come into that the last maybe 3 to 5 years. Yeah, because I used to think, oh, well, I can't see that person anymore. Or
wait, but that doesn't apply to me. You and me.
No, I'm saying.
Are you sure, Jade?
I'm saying if there's like a mutual respect.
Yes.
And true friendship, relationship.
Right.
And really that only comes from, some of it can be done online, right? But this didn't really blossom until we started seeing each other.
That's true. That's true. Well, you know what it was? I think we both had an idea of each other, but we didn't actually know each other. And then when we sat down and got to know each other, I think that we're like, we genuinely, I could tell right away you respected me and I respected you. And I could tell you knew that I respected you. So I think when that connection is clear, it's easy to sit down with that person. Now, but what if when that isn't clear? Or when I feel like there's times I'm like, oh shit, I don't want to be around this person.
Then I think you have to be realistic about
you're like, you're open
boundaries.
to it, but you're like, once you see something, you're like, I gotta protect my boundaries.
I think recognizing when that switch
that
happens.
Clarity, trust your clarity.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
A lot of things about self-care, I think, for me this year is we're still young, but we're getting older.
Yes.
I'm thinking a lot about, oh my gosh, I have to sleep.
Oh my God,
hygiene.
sleep is one of my things.
Yeah.
I want to have good sleep.
Yes.
I realize I can't stay up till 12:01.
No.
Like if I don't get sleep, I'm so irate.
Yeah.
So that's definitely on my list. Like I want good sleep.
Yeah.
And we've gotten old when you're like, oh my God, that sleep tasted so good. That's what I say. That's like how we're getting older. When I'm like, this is the stuff that we're excited about. Good sleep.
Yeah.
Good sleep, feeling relaxed, not stressed. That's the shit we want.
I know.
Yeah.
That's the good stuff. And I mean, moving, that's on my list too. Like just being outside more, moving more.
Yes.
Not necessarily like working out.
Yeah. I want to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Like go take a walk.
Yeah.
Yeah. If the weather's nice, go take a walk. I want to do it more organically and not put this pressure on myself. Like you have to go work out.
Yeah.
Like I want to find a way to do things more organically, and also, especially like passions like this. I enjoy doing this. Does it make us money? No. Does it cost us money? Yeah. So listeners, if you would like to, we're not going to collect payment, but if you feel like donating, feel free to just say, hey, or tell other people.
Yeah.
Reply YC is worth listening to. If you enjoy us, tell people that you're enjoying our podcast.
Yeah.
Spread the word, please.
I've been so surprised just in the last few months from different people who've talked about, who have like DM'd us and, they listen to us and then they take away different things, right? And when they tell that to me, I'm always kind of surprised because that wasn't, it might have been something that I hadn't thought of. But
Right.
I'm like, I didn't know that it could be of that value.
And
to
isn't
you.
it
or
even go ahead.
Even if it's simply I felt seen by that. Yeah.
Don't you feel, I know we're not making money, and I know, and it's like, it's almost, I feel there's so much more to just making money and live like a grinding machine, right?
Mm-hmm.
And of course it'd be nice for this to feed itself at least, so we don't like we're doing studio time out of our own pockets, but we're not like pushing for this because we have to make loads of money.
No,
for
me, this is part of my self-care.
Yeah.
And
I love that.
It really is, because I don't day to day have the bandwidth or the time to chat with my friends on the phone or chat with you on the phone.
Yeah.
Right. But if it's a good thought, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna save that. Or I want to hear Ellen's take on that.
And this is connection. And one of the things that I value most in life is connection with people. Because what the fuck are we doing on this earth?
I know.
And what makes us human? Connection. That's what sets us apart.
And I think I always have been between connection and the other end of it, which is just grind and go and achieve.
Be productive. Be efficient. Make value of your time.
Because
because we know exactly, because we're Korean. And this is why I would never live in Korea, because Korea is a grinding country.
This is why there's nothing for me to answer when older Korean people ask me, what do I do?
Yeah.
Like, 애 키워요. I'm raising kids.
Yeah.
Like,
you're living. You're living like,
It doesn't,
We are breaking generational, curse of the Korean people of just being such a little worker bee that you can't. Korea, those night markets, right?
Mm-hmm.
The shopping,
they
are open from fucking 9 p.m. to 2, 3 a.m. Why? Because most of Korea people are busy working all fucking day long. Mm-hmm. They don't have time to go shop.
Right.
That's why those places, I'm like, how the fuck are you out here shopping right now? Because you don't have time to shop during the day. And that kind of life, that you're not, at what point are you saying, oh my God, I'm not getting... It is a privilege that we live in a country where we're like, we want to get good rest. And that's, Korea is such a, when I was there, I mean, I love, as a traveler or visitor, it's wonderful.
Yes.
But if you were to as a Korean person live and work there, it's not the same as a white person going and deciding, I want to live in Korea and live, because you're going to have different opportunities.
Yeah.
But if you're a Korean person living there, the grind is so detrimental to your body. That's why the life expectancy is a lot lower in Korea than here, right? Mm-hmm. And so we have so much to be thankful for.
We do.
People think just because I make commentary about race issues in America that they're like go back to Korea, don't live here. Why do you think I talk about those things? When you love something, you want to nurture it, you want to value it, and you want to make it better, not worse. And you're not gonna make things better by being complacent in it,
right? And
so, but I do love,
or also by leaving. I mean, we're not there yet, because we see opportunity.
Yeah, you want to fix it. You want to make it. You want to make it work.
Yeah,
that's why we talk, not sweep shit under the rug and pretend that everything's just dandy, right? But that's what frustrates me about talking about those issues. You get painted, especially if you're not a white person. If I was a white person saying shit, I'd be like, oh, okay, you're white, you can say that. But if an Asian woman says that, then you don't belong here anyway. We still have that stigma.
Yeah.
So I'm just I love living here and I embrace it. And this is authenticity.
Yeah.
Of being true to myself.
Yeah.
Speaking of authenticity, look at my ajumma.
I love it. It
Ajumma
looks
pants.
so comfortable.
In my Crocs.
Yeah. You
And
know these Crocs, I put them on my Secret Santa wish list and I didn't get them.
What size do you wear?
7, 6.5, 7.
Oh, I could give you a pair. I
Oh.
think my husband ordered a double pair, but I think your feet are bigger than mine. These are, I think, 7s. I'll check.
Yeah, I'm 6.5, 7.
Just 언니가 cracks for cracks. Cracks. I got cracks and Crocs.
Crocs.
Cracks and Crocs. I got them all. Anyways, I said Jane wouldn't judge me in my ajumma pants.
No, I love it. Are they from Korea?
No, they're from Ross. I love shopping
Yeah.
at Ross.
I don't have a Ross near me anymore.
Well, actually, mine's not a good one, but I still like. It's like for me, that's thrifting because I don't like to thrift used people's stuff. I'm like that to me is thrifting. I feel like if you can buy a bargain at Ross, that's not gonna get taken well. I feel like that's gonna whatever cancel me. I've already been canceled. I've been banned on TikTok last year. You can't drop me lower than I already have.
Yeah.
Anyways.
For me, in is more thrifting, more like buying from resale and instead of new.
That's true.
Buying less in
wanna,
general. Buying less.
Yeah, I do want to buy less.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah. Because I want to have less. I mean, this time of year, I'm always doing like mental visual inventory, and it's just too much. Too much stuff. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
we said it the same. Stuff. It feels like 뭐라 그럴까? 느끼해. Like you have just too much shit. I
know.
That makes me think of all the corners in my house where I stow away shit. Just because, I'm like Monica from Friends when she's like cleaning. She just stuffs everything in a closet and like closes it shut.
I was doing like I went into my Google account because I got like a security threat. So I'm like going in and making sure turning on all my settings, and then there's a setting to like delete your activity after whatever, however many months. And I'm like, I wish I could do that with the house. Like after 36 months, after 3 years, just delete and like into the trash bin. Because how much stuff is in my room? Room.
How much email do you
garage.
have in your
I have
email
a lot.
box?
So this year I've had to like up 2 times my Google Drive.
You pay for it?
I pay for it. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
How much email do you keep like an email? Like how much?
Everything is the same, but I mean, yeah, I had whatever the last before I upped this.
Because somebody freaked out when they saw my email count.
Oh, you mean like unread emails?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like a healthy.
What are you at?
I'm like a healthy 700.
I'm at 195,000. It's 195,799.
Yeah. There's people who live with that, and there's people who can't stand that.
You know what?
I'm long
because
past
I've given
the
up.
Yeah, me too.
I'm like, I can't read through a lot of it's junk mail.
Yeah.
I only read as it comes through what pertains to me, and then I'm like, I can't sit there and delete 195,000 emails.
Yeah, I know.
How did I get this?
I know.
This is my life. This is why I feel. Then I
think there's a function there where you could delete unread. Probably. There's got to be.
But then that's the thing, right? Like I want to actually see what's getting deleted. So then I have to like
mark is read.
Yeah,
instead of deleting
there's no
it.
coming back from this. I've given up. I'm like, it's good. We keep it. You know what's out? Those fucking Stanley Cups. Sorry.
Definitely out.
What
Definitely
is?
out.
I don't even understand. Sorry,
Yeah.
that I just got triggered because I was thinking about what you were saying about what's out, and then we did talk about this a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
I
What's
don't
so cool
understand
about
either.
it?
It's so big. I would knock it over. The only thing is, the only benefit, and I was tempted. I had like a moment of lack of clarity. I was like, oh, I do want one of those because then I don't have to keep walking every hour to the
But
to
like,
refill my
I swear,
cup.
you why is this one in particular? The fact that brand, how much are those?
They're like $45.
So it's a show of
Yeah.
like
Maybe.
I'm
Yeah. And then so ridiculous is once it reaches that status, it's boom, it's out, and then move on to the next thing.
So I was talking to a girlfriend that was like, I know she has a daughter that's the same age as my son. And I was like, oh, what do girls want for Christmas? And she was like, oh my God, she wants Ugg boots, Stanley Cup,
it's all the same
Lululemon
thing. It's
leggings.
all the same thing.
But no knockoffs. I was like, what?
Roll my eyes.
I was so, this is when I was like, oh my God, thank God I have boys. Because my boys, they're like, oh, I want, what is that? Among Us. They're still into toys.
Same. There were no electronics. It was all of their wish lists was stuffies. I want a Ditto Pokemon stuffy.
I'm
Minion like, stuffy.
I'm just gonna cherish them. My husband's like, God, they have so many stuffies. I'm like, you know what? Be fucking blessed.
Yeah.
He didn't ask for a Stanley fucking cup.
Yeah.
Like, I can't imagine.
Yeah.
The whole no brand. I mean, you know what? I mean, I do remember it. What was the brand name thing that you grew up wanting really bad? Do you remember?
Nikes.
You know what mine was? Skechers shoes.
Oh.
No, I know. No.
Wait,
you don't understand.
No. We had a Skechers outlet near our house, and that's the only shoe that we ever had.
No. But okay, this is now where Skechers shoes has become like Ross level of shoes. But when I was in high school, this is how old I am. They were the chunky.
Yeah.
Like, I think at the time.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yes.
The first.
Yes.
First one. That's how old I am. When Skechers was cool.
Yeah.
Now it's too much.
Now it's too much.
Now I mean not in too much. It's like overproduced and cheap.
Now I think of them as like the ergonomic.
Yeah.
shoes
now it's not cool. It's like affordable and just but back then, goddamn. It was like the Spice Girls were wearing them or something and it was just like so cool.
Yeah.
But now it's not cool. That's how old I am. When something cool has become ugly. That is a whole phase of life to live through.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I could not imagine because Uggs are, they're enjoying a resurgence. But
what the fuck am I talking about? I'm wearing Crocs.
Yeah,
they're the ugliest shoes that
they're super cool though, right? With the young folks,
this is
or is it with kids? Like my kids wear Crocs.
I know that's true. Yeah. Again, wow, that's how old I am. Something ugly became cool, ugly, and then cool again. That's Crocs. I've lived it.
I don't think Crocs were cool when they first came out.
That's what I'm saying.
Right?
Okay, so ugly, cool.
Yeah.
And then there was a period where it was ugly again. Everybody was like, burn all the Crocs, and then it had a resurgence.
Is it ironic cool now, or is it just like cool? Okay,
it's ironic cool now.
Yeah, and you have to have all those charms on it.
Yeah, which, anyways, just having lived through that, I feel like a wise person.
I think, I think out for me is like, when it comes to gifting, feeling like, okay, I thought about this during Christmas. It's like, I don't want to pander to my kids' wish lists anymore. It's like, you'll get one or two things.
Yeah.
Share it with all the family. And then keep building it, editing it, but I'm not going to be pressured to like, gotta
this year I was really thankful. I didn't feel like we got the kids a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And it didn't feel like they had a lot of stuff they asked for, which was like, I thought,
so
oh my
good.
gosh.
It's so healthy.
Yeah.
I feel the same way. It was a lot less stressful.
Yeah, I felt like, even though they asked for little things, and when they got them, they were genuinely happy. And I thought, oh my God.
Yeah.
These are good kids I have. So I was very thankful for that moment. And I think I am now searching more for those moments.
Yeah.
It's Jane.
It's more of it's process, continual progress, not like these boom moments and everything riding on that.
Jane, are we better than everyone else? Are we
Okay.
good people?
I have to say something that I felt so attacked when I saw all these lists on TikTok. Something that kept coming out for out in 2024 was podcasting.
No! Because
Let
everybody's
me
got a
modify-
fucking podcast.
Yes, because they're like, we have a microphone pandemic, and I'm like, I can see that.
You
I
know
can see that.
what?
But a lot of them were
Men.
yes.
Men.
That's what Blake, we love you.
Yeah.
But a lot of them were, especially when it's, a podcast by yourself,
Yeah.
especially by men.
Especially bros. Bros that sit around and talk about the hoes. Fuck that shit. That's why.
But I genuinely love podcasts. I was listening to one on my drive here, I love it. And I even like listening back to ours. I'll listen back to ours maybe once or twice an episode.
Yeah, the other day I was listening to ours and I was like, oh my God, we're so good.
I like listening back to our conversation, and then I'll have thoughts like, oh, I had this thought and I didn't say it, or like, now I fully understand. Sometimes I can't digest fully
right, because you're in it, right?
conversation.
You're in it, and then hearing it just like to listen to it is a different take.
Yes.
But I was thinking we have real conversations.
Yeah, we do.
I mean, that's the whole beauty of, I think, podcasts is that that's the intention. But believe me, I thought another comedian with a podcast.
Yeah.
But I knew doing it with you would be something different.
And that's why I did not do it for years.
Yeah.
Was because I there has to be something.
It has to be right.
I couldn't carry it by myself. I'm like, I'm not interesting enough by myself to do that. And then two, what value? It has to bring value. And
because here's the thing, Jane, even if, let's say, nobody listens to us, by the way, we have listeners. But if that was the case, I love how much our friendship has grown. And
through this,
it's
for me, it's like, oh, I know I'm going to see you regularly.
Yeah. And I love that.
Yeah.
I fucking love having you as my little 동생. And I know I didn't want to I don't want Jane to feel weird, but you were, well, not were, you are still one of the best things that happened to me in 2023. Talking to someone in this real way. Not only that, but also you understand. We both have these social media things that we both didn't anticipate getting into. And I think that's a hard thing to talk to people about unless they're in it.
Yeah. Yeah, because they don't see it as real.
Yeah, and even the fact that you and I both, we kind of it isn't real.
Yeah.
We
straddle that kind of weird.
Because I've met other people who are like, this is my whole life. And I'm like, whoa, that's not my take. But finding someone and our values in family lining up, at the end of the day, that's what's most important to us. I think finding you has brought me sanity. And that has been really 고마워, 사랑해. This is the thing now. Although my head is too big for this to make sense. The heart.
Half of the heart. So we want to hear from all of you guys. What are your ins and outs for 2024?
Or tell us your deep, dark secrets.
Yeah.
And if you want to see if we'll judge you or not, I probably
less
will
judging for me. That's
I was about to
less
say
judgment
more
altogether.
judging for me.
Less judging, more. I think for me, more compassion. I gotta lean into my feelings because I'm not a feelings type of person.
You are not a feelings type of person?
Feelings, yeah.
I don't want to get so worked up.
Yeah.
I want to be chill. I want to cruise. I'm very emotional.
Cruise.
Yeah, I'm very emotional. I want to I want to be relaxed. So
Mm-hmm,
we have same goals.
I'm not relaxed either, but mine's more like my thoughts, right?
You're overthinker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Overthinker, overfeeler? Would
yeah.
you say?
Oh my God. Wow. Oh.
Light bulb moment.
That is so well
Yeah.
put. You're an overthinker and I'm an overfeeler.
Uh-huh.
But we have a same goal.
Yes.
This is exactly what I'm talking about. We come from different ends, but we meet in the same.
Yeah.
That's why we work, Jane.
Yes.
Oh, make a heart,
Okay.
and then we meet. Yeah. Happy 2024,
Happy New
y'all!
Year.
Woo!